Are you an aspiring writer? Are you confused where to start from? Have you wrecked your brain in search for an answer? Then don't worry, stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Joy and thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things to keep in mind before you start your writing journey. Don't hit the publish button yet. Okay, that sounded very dramatic. But when you're just at the start of your career with no published books, it is very important that you do it right. After your first draft or the complete draft, the sense of accomplishment makes us overlook the most important things when you are just starting your journey, which isn't really a bad thing in itself. I mean, the feeling of accomplishment, just that you need to do it right. So generally, when we have completed our first draft, we try to publish it as soon as possible. But remember, this first book will be like your first impression on your potential readers. Think of it as this way: you went to a bookstore, you found a book that you like, but suddenly when you flip the pages, you find that there are a lot of grammatical, spelling, punctuation errors. So, how would you feel about that? You would definitely be put off by that kind of situation. And this is similar to this. Often, when people self publish, this isn't really a problem with traditional publishing, but when people self publish, they usually just hit this publish button and their book is live on Amazon, Smashword, or whatever platform you're choosing. So you have to remember that the first time should be not perfect, but it should be good enough to set a good example for your next books, or if you are planning to write more books in the order. Okay, so after taking into account all the things about publishing, you didn't receive a single sale. Well, don't fret. This is a slow process. You have to understand that this is a very slow process, not a slow journey. Okay? Even if the process is slow, you are progressing and you have to trust it. The fact that people will buy your book eventually is the key attitude you should have. So you have to put your effort in the content and not have to focus before you publish whether people will like your book, whether they will not. You just have to make them realize that the words that you're inking are genuine. You want to put your genuine efforts into giving some good content in your book. You're inking nothing false, you're inking no lies, you're inking just what you want. A amazing universe of creation in the form of fiction, an amazing universe of rhythmic poetries or non-fiction, sharing your knowledge with the people, helping them out. You have to be genuine in your efforts and you have to learn to receive. When you are putting genuine effort, remember that not all people will like it. I mean, not the genuinity, I mean that it is possible that a lot of people will not like your book. But trust me, the taste will be sweeter when you have your first sale, or even 10th sale or 100th sale. And don't forget to give yourself a big round of applause when you do that. Okay, so this one is the most important out of all the 5 things, and personally, I feel that this will take you way long, way long ahead in your life if you don't only practice this in this particular field, but in actually all fields of your life. Learn to be patient. Okay, patience with yourself is as important as much as the patience you keep with the results, with the people's responses with your book, the potential readers who are coming to you with a lot of positivity because they liked your book. So this process is in this process is part of being patient, and patience is an integral part of being a writer. Okay, because results don't come overnight. And when people start to feel your genuinity in your words, and they love your the universe that you're creating, people will come to you and they will read your book, and they will appreciate every word that you ink. So when you're feeling low, when you're not receiving a lot of responses and you're working on marketing your book, you can always utilize that time when you are feeling you're absolutely not best, to gather ideas for your next book. Okay, now why am I saying this is because writing is not only a slow process, it is a continuous process. You have to be continuous about it. Not that I would say that you need to practice 1500 words every day, because writing is something that only comes when you're feeling it, when you're feeling the emotion you're inking. Even if you're writing a fiction, when you actually have the idea, the inspiration that certain thing should work out, the certain character should work out in this way, is when you should actually write. So don't write because you have to form the practice. Write when you actually feel like writing. So patience is very important when it comes to writing, and not just with the results but with yourself. And when you're feeling your not so best time, then you can gather ideas, walk to the cafe, talk to strangers, understand what people want. Not just by that I mean that not just that you don't have to be, oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, why do I keep on stuttering? Okay, so you have to gather ideas, not just to write what other people want you to write. So that it's a fact that you have to write, so that you can make a connection that people will feel when they read your book. So this is very important. Okay, so the next thing that comes is to be very, very positive. Now, what do I mean by being positive? Positive doesn't just mean that you will wake up tomorrow and you'll find that you have received like 100 sales, and you have received like a lot of royalty, or maybe you have received a couple of nice comments, or a lot of nice comments. Being positive means even when people don't like your work, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of people who might not find it very comfortable with the universe that you're creating in your book. Okay, it might not resonate with them. So don't be disheartened. Take that comment and accept it and embrace it. And by that I don't mean that you're not doing well. It's just a part that you have to learn, that not everyone will love your work. Because if that were the case, then the entire world population would be going on after one author. There would not be any place for critics, criticism, book reviews. Okay, so this is where you have to be very strong. Even if you don't receive positive comments, positive responses from some of the people, you have to stay strong. So the last thing that comes in this list is about the is about couple of skills that you should master before you start this journey, such as editing, proofreading. Now, you don't have to be working on a professional level, because there are a lot of professionals who offer editing, proofreading services on Fiverr and Upwork. But at a very basic level, you should know about proofreading, editing. And by proofreading is a process where you check errors in your draft, and you can use a couple of apps for that as well, like Grammarly, Pro Writing Aid. And personally, I love Grammarly because it has also got a desktop version. So even when I'm writing emails, it corrects if there are some punctuation, spelling errors, or grammatical mistakes. So you can use these couple of apps to do a basic level of proofreading, editing. And if you are stuck about where to start when you are just writing, then remember, every writer comes across this stage. Even the most famous authors might have. It is not an overnight process that you will wake up in the morning, you will get an amazing idea. And if you really want to be a writer, you have to be very patient with yourself. I keep on repeating this because you have to be patient with yourself, okay? The results don't come overnight, the ideas don't come overnight, but they will eventually. Because, there's this thing that your most dominant thoughts comes towards you in the form of blessings is what I feel. So if you are really keen on becoming an author, you will eventually work everything out. Okay, so these are the 5 things that you should remember before you start your writing journey. I hope it helps in your writing journey and ease out the process. And if you are a published author who has published like books before you watch this video, then go check this video out. I have provided a personalized list of 7 free book review sites, and we cannot undermine the effect reviews have on a book and a writing journey. So do check this out. And also, if you're a person who loves to see and watch positive thoughts in YouTube channel, then go watch these videos, positive affirmations and positive thoughts to start your day with. These are my personalized lists that I make, and I feel that they have helped me a lot, and I hope they do to you as well. Also, feel free to subscribe and like and share, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this video, or if there is anything that's been causing you to stop from taking the first step. Okay, so don't be shy, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you like the video. And so that's it, till the next video.